Welcome to the end zone. Let's move the chains. Dwayne Haskins has officially been cut from the Washington football team, according to multiple sources. So let's get this going. And before I really deep dive into what he needs to do, what's next for the football team, and what is really next for Dwayne Haskins, don't wish ill will on the kid. Listen, a lot of people are not mature, especially young men are not mature at this age, and you can't expect them to be more mature when, they're playing a game realistically and they're getting paid for it at the bare minimum. There's a lot of things that Dwayne Haskins needs to improve on, including maturity, but I don't want to wish ill will on him. I want him to be the most successful football player or the most successful person he can be in life. So I know a lot of people are going to make jokes about him, say a lot of negative things, and I've been this way about players like Johnny Manziel, but I've kind of learned from it. Wish the best for Dwayne Haskins wherever he ends up. So the reality is he's giving away a lot of opportunities coming out of college, and I think that Dwayne Haskins wasn't necessarily ready for the NFL. When you look at his scouting, look at Ohio State, he lived underneath, and he had some maturity questions. Urban Meyer has gone on air and said, I remember watching Colin Cowherd, and Colin Cowherd even said it today, that Urban Meyer came onto his show and said that maybe Dwayne Haskins wasn't ready to be the face of a franchise, and it takes a lot of maturity. And what has he done to kind of lose his role with the Washington football team other than poor play? Well, going to the strip club after a loss, when your coach just beat cancer at a high COVID risk, and a team that was taking COVID very seriously, you just can't do that. You can't break these team rules, and the immaturity shows when you're doing things like that. Bragging about statistics after blowout losses, we saw him do that. You really have to grow up and really not make these mistakes when you are a franchise quarterback. And I think Dan Snyder and the Washington football team maybe overlooked that, put him in the games a little bit too early when he wasn't ready. He struggles a ton under pressure, one of the worst NFL quarterbacks when seeing pressure. He just wasn't ready for the National Football League. He is a developmental quarterback still. And I think that he's really in need of going to a team that not only has a great coach who can teach him, but a great experienced quarterback, because he still can be good. His career is by no means over, and I'm sure an NFL team will sign him and will take a chance to be a backup quarterback or a work in development or even a practice squad quarterback like we've seen Josh Rosen. But this guy, in reality, is a work in progress. He needs to work on himself. He needs to not only work on his game, but his maturity as a person. He needs teaching from coaches and experienced quarterbacks and players. And again, don't wish ill will on this kid. There are a bunch of different landing spots that he could possibly go. A lot of people think about the Steelers, maybe a nice scheme fit. I'd love to know your opinions down below. Where do you think Dwayne Haskins could end up in the NFL? Thanks for watching the End Zone. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment so we can move the chains.